We now have formula number 11 to illustrate or to evaluate Laplace transform problem. And that can be written as the Laplace of the product of e raised to at multiplied by cosine omega t is equal to s minus a divided by the quantity of s minus a raised to square plus omega square. Now let us try some problem to illustrate the application of formula number 8. Say the given problem is the Laplace of the product of twice of e raised to 4t cosine 7t. This Laplace transform problem can be written also as 2 multiplied by the Laplace of e raised to 4t cosine 7t. Since this is a constant, the constant should always be placed before the Laplace symbol. Now e raised to 4t cosine 7t takes the form of formula number 11. E80 is the same as E4t. Cosine omega t is equal to cosine 7t. If this is E80 and this is e raised to 4t, therefore a is equal to 4. Cosine omega t is the same as cosine 7t. Therefore, omega is equal to 7. Since we know the value of a and omega equals 7, we are now ready to substitute that value here in this formula. So we have copy the s here and then copy the minus sign. A happens to be 4, so we write 4 here, divided by the quantity of s, copy again the s, and the minus sign. A is equal to 4, so we have 4 here, and that is being squared, plus omega is equal to 7, and then square it, 7 square, and simplifying it, since there is 2 here, which is the multiplier, we're going to multiply this quantity by 2, and this becomes as s minus 4 divided by the quantity of s minus 4 square plus 49, and then multiply it by 2. So we have this the final answer. So we have the quantity of 2 s minus 4 divided by s minus 4 square plus 49, and that can also be written as f of s is equal to twice the product of s minus 4 divided by the quantity of s minus 4 raised to square plus 49. For number 2, we have the Laplace of e raised to 8t multiplied by cosine 3t. Now, since this transform problem takes the form of formula number 11, we can say then that E80 is equal to EAT. Cosine 3t is equal to cosine of omega t. Then therefore, A is now equal to 8. And omega is now equal to 3. Since we have a equal 8 and omega is equal 3, substituting that values here in this formula, so we now have s, so copy s, and then we have the minus sign here, and then a is equal to 8, so we have 8 here, divided by the quantity of s, and then copy the minus sign, then a is simply 8, and then square it, plus omega is 3, so we need to square 3, and then simplifying it, now we have s minus 8 divided by the quantity of s minus 8 square, and then 3 times 3, so we have positive 9. And that would be the final answer since there is no multiplier here. And the answer now can be write down as f of s equal to s minus 8 divided by s minus 8 squared plus 9. Let's try the last 3 problems. If you observe, there is a pattern here to shorten the solution. Taking a look, as long as we know the value of a and the value of the omega, we are now ready to write the answer directly. So we have problem number 3. So s, just simply copy it. And then simply copy the minus sign. And a here is 5. for number 1. So that is 5. Divided by, we have s here, and then we have the minus sign, and we have a here. A is simplified, and then square it, and then plus sign, copy it, and omega is simply 11. Square omega, which is 11 by 11, that is 121. Now, since there is a constant here, which is the multiplier, we're going to multiply s minus 5 by 3, and that would be the final answer. So, multiply it by 3, and that would be the final answer. Another thing is, if this is s minus 5, just simply copy s minus 5 here, and then raise it to square to shorten it. Let's work on it here in problem number 4 and 5. So, we have equal. Again, this is s, and then copy the minus sign. A here is simply negative 1. Since a is negative 1, multiply it by negative, so that becomes positive 1. Divided by, again, if this is s minus a, this is s minus a square, just simply copy s plus 1, then just simply square it. So this becomes s plus 1 raised to square. And then copy the plus sign here. And omega happens to be 6, then square 6, that becomes 36. And that would be the final answer, but you need to multiply 2 here since that is the multiplier. So final answer multiplied by 2, so this is the final answer here. For number 5, we have s. Since a is equal to negative 6, multiplied by negative, so that becomes positive 6. Divided by the quantity of s. Again, since a is negative 6 times negative, so we have positive 6, and that is being raised to square, plus omega is simply 2, so square 2, so we have positive 4. And then the final answer, just simply multiply it by negative 4, so we have negative 4, so this would be the final answer.